So today we're making fricassee chicken. I will explain later on exactly what that is. These are the ingredients that I use to marinate the chicken. I'm showing you guys what the chicken looked like the next morning after it's been marinating overnight. It looks so great. There's some ginger on the top of that too. I don't know, remember if ginger was in the picture, but there's ginger on there. Now I'm just adding some oil to the pot to fry the chicken. And I'm also going to show you guys some veggies that will be used later on the chicken. I'm going to use some carrots, some onions, some potatoes, some sweet peppers, tomatoes, garlic, thyme. All right, so fricassee chicken is like brown stew chicken. But with fricassee chicken, you fry the chicken almost all the way through before stewing it down. With brown stew chicken, you saute the chicken a bit and then add water and stew down. So it's actually stewed the whole way through and not fried. As you can see now, I am frying the chicken, which again is going to be fried almost all the way through before I stew it down. So I'm just putting the chicken in the pot to fry. Okay, I'm showing you guys how I peel a carrot. I don't own a potato peeler or a carrot peeler or any of those devices. I don't buy one because I'm used to doing it this way, so there's no need for me to buy one. You take the carrot and the knife and you scrape it. But when you scrape it towards you. If you scrape it away from you, then all of the moisture and the shavings will fly up in your face. So you scrape it away from you and into the garbage can so that way it doesn't get all over your walls. So you just scrape it. Hopefully that explanation was good. So you guys get a 2-for-1 today. I'm making rice and peas as well as the chicken. I'm just pouring a can of coconut milk into the pot, and then I also added water to that same can, shook it up, and poured the water out of the can into the pot. Now I'm just smashing some scallions with the back of a knife, threw it in the pot with some thyme, a tablespoon of salt, and some black pepper, which obviously I put too much black pepper in the cap, so I didn't use all of that. I added some butter, and then I'm just gonna stir it up and bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling, then I'll put a can of red kidney beans. I think you guys call it, yeah, red kidney beans in there. Now, if you're using dry peas, it's gonna be different. That's a different video. So because I'm cheap, what you see me doing right here is adding some of the liquid out of the pot into the can to get all the red stuff that was stuck at the bottom of the can, because we don't waste nothing, and we need that redness for the color of the rice. Because I'm using canned peas, the rice is not as red as if you used dry peas. So yep, as you see, I keep doing it to make sure I get everything out of the bottom, because I am cheap. I don't waste nothing. I use up everything. So that's what you see me doing there. So now I just stir it, and then I'm gonna leave that alone to let that boil. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go back to the chicken and turn them. Now, the chicken was a little bit darker than I intended it to be because I completely forgot about it while I was doing the other things. But it didn't burn. That's actually quite fine. You'll see later on, it looks quite fine. A little zoom in action. It's a little bit darker, but it's fine still. I promise you it's fine. All right, so now we're back to the rice. I hope I'm not confusing y'all. This is 2 cups of rice that I washed. That's why it's wet. And I'm gonna pour that into the pot. After the liquid has boiled, I pour it into the pot, getting every grain of rice. Again, I waste nothing. We getting every grain of rice into that pot, period. All right, so as that rice is boiling, I'm going to take the chicken pieces out of the pot now. It's almost all the way done cooking. You don't fry it all the way through. You just fry it till it's almost done cooking, if you get what that means. And you're just going to take it out of the pot, and we're going to work on that later. The rice has started boiling up, so now we have to tend to that. I just stir it up a bit, and then I'm going to turn the stove down to low and cover the pot. I moved it to my back burner because my front burner, that one on the left, acts up sometimes. So now we're going back to the chicken. I'm going to add some more oil to the pot after pouring out that oil that the chicken was fried in. I'm adding new oil to the pot. Look at how golden, perfect. See, that's the color. That color is perfect and nice. So now I'm just adding the veggies to the hot oil. You have carrots, potatoes, sweet peppers, tomatoes, some chopped garlic and thyme and scotch bonnet pepper in there that I'm gonna saute. So I'm seasoning it with some Old Bay, and I'm also going to use some seasoning salt with no MSG. MSG is bad for you. If your seasoning has MSG in it, don't use it. Tell them Kimmy said so. So I'm gonna add some teriyaki sauce. And at this moment is when I realized, oh wow, I have not been showing the camera the seasonings that I'm putting on these veggies. So then I proceed to show you, because I can't get used to a camera watching me cook, and I keep forgetting that there's a camera there and I need to show y'all what I'm doing. Sorry guys. So I put the teriyaki sauce on there. I get some ketchup, and I put about a teaspoon, or a half a tablespoon of ketchup clumsily into the pot. And then I just get to stirring. I just stir it all up so it's all incorporated and mixed in. So my camera died, y'all. Oh my God, I did not charge my camera up all the way before I started recording. So I had to use my phone because I could not miss this part. I filled a glass up with hot water, hot tap water, and I poured it on the veggies. And then I also got some chicken broth and I poured it on the veggies. How much liquid I'm pouring on the veggies, I really don't know. My ancestors really tell me when to stop. They just be like, girl, that's enough. And I listen, that's it. I try to measure for you guys, but I can't. And I'm sure a lot of people cook like this too. We don't measure, we just pour. Just eyeball it, man. Y'all gotta figure it out now. All right, so now I'm just stirring it to make sure everything is all mixed up. And then my camera started working again. Yes. So I had covered the pot and I let the liquid come to a boil and reduce and thicken. Then I take the cover off and I check the potatoes, not for doneness because I don't want the potatoes to be cooked yet because I still have to put the chicken back. I'm just checking the potatoes to see if they're not as tough as when I put them in there. Once they start to get a little bit soft, then you put the chicken pieces in there and then you add some chicken broth. I forgot. So you add some chicken broth and some more hot water from the tap into the same bowl that the chicken was sitting in. Keep the flavors going. You don't want to lose anything. Mix it all up and then you pour it right on top of the chicken. And then you just kind of stir it up and get the veggies on top of the chicken. I hope from watching this, you guys can see the difference between this fricassee chicken and brown stew chicken. I will make brown stew chicken in another video so that you could really see the difference because brown stew chicken is not made this way. All right, so now we're back to the rice that was steaming while we were tending to the chicken. Midway through the rice steaming, I had put a foil paper over the top of the pot so that the steam did not escape through the hole that's in the cover of the pot because steam is what cooks the rice. So I'm just stirring the rice up and feeling it. It felt very soft and shelly, so that means that the rice was ready and done.